up, guys? Mike here, head trader at True Trading Group, September 30th. Good way to start the day. Action remains a little bit slower in the overall markets. It seems like we need a news headline in order to really move the market one way or the other. Action small caps remains quiet, but the action and volatility in commodity prices continues. I've been trading gold and oil a lot over the last couple weeks. The action's been great. And today, another big win in trading gold. This was a short in JNUG, which JNUG is my favorite gold-related ETF. It's a 3x bull junior gold miners. But the purpose of this video and the lesson really to take from today, guys, is going to be about staying focused, on slower days. And I apologize for not making videos the last couple days. I had a flight, then I had an appointment with TSA for my global entry and everything. I just had a bunch of stuff going on, and I wasn't able to hang around towards the end of the day and go through my recaps and everything. So I do apologize. Before I get into my trades from the day today, because I had one losing trade, one winning trade, we're going to go over both. Reminder, tomorrow is THO Tuesday. The chat room is open free for everybody tomorrow. All right. All you guys have to do is go to truetradinggroup.com, upper right-hand corner, click on THO Tuesday, register, and you will get a link that'll give you access to our chat room for free starting at 7:30 a.m. Eastern tomorrow. All right. You guys will see my screen. You'll know exactly what I'm doing. You'll hear me on the microphone breaking down my analysis. You can message me privately. You can ask me questions. So come in, say what's up, take advantage of the free day, and come see what it's like trading with myself, the other THG Pro moderators, and the rest of the THG fam. I'd love to have you guys there. All right, so let's get into the lessons from the day. Talking about staying focused on a slower day. And really, guys, coming into the day today, I had a very, very small watch list. I was only focusing on two trades. One was going to be JNUG short. The second, I was thinking about maybe Roku long. That was it. Okay, my watch list was microscopic this morning. I didn't have anything else that I liked. And had I just stuck to my game plan and stuck to those two trades, I would have had a really nice day because both trades worked out nicely. But I didn't do that. I let THO, a stock that I wasn't looking at all pre-market, I let it kind of distract me in the morning, caused me to pull the trigger on a trade, and I lost money on it. Then I went back to JNUG, which was my initial game plan, my initial trade idea going into the day, and I was able to make everything back from THO and then some, and finish the day with a nice little profit. But because the JNUG trade really worked out nicely. But it should have been, I should have had a much bigger day today because this JNUG trade was money. But instead of the JNUG trade just being all profit, I had to make back what I lost on THO and then go into the profit. So I could have had a much bigger day today. And that's the lesson. The lesson really here, that's at least the lesson I'm taking away from the day, is especially when things are slower, which they are now. The whole month of September was pretty slow. Okay, so I'm excited to kind of get into October here. But, do not get distracted by stocks that you're looking at for the very first time when you have a clear game plan. I think that in a slower market, it's better for you to really hone in and focus in on the stocks and the trade ideas that you game plan for pre-market, that you spend an hour or two going through the analysis, coming up with your game plan. And those are the plays that you should really focus on, especially when things are slower. Now, when things are hot, you're going to get a lot of small caps. They're going to go off on your scanner, high a day, volume increase. You're going to pull them up. You're going to pull the trigger on them. That's not the type of environment that we're in. Things are a lot slower. There's not as much movement, there's not as much follow through, not as much volume. So in that type of environment, I think it's best to focus on your game plan and not get distracted. That first 15 minutes, oh, sorry about that, guys. The first 15 minutes of the day, you should really just try to stay focused maybe even first half hour of the day. You should really try to stay focused on your game plan and the stocks that you're looking at pre-market. Okay, and that's a lesson I really think we should take away from today is when it's slow, focus on the game plan and try not to get distracted by other stuff because it cost me money today. And I could have had a much bigger day, but I mean, I'm not complaining too much because it's still a profitable day. Anytime you can come out of the day with profit, it's a good day, but it could have been a much better day. So let's get to the losing trade first. That was THO. THO, guys, I was looking at this thing. We had the big gap up, and there's a major resistance here at around 60. Major resistance here at 60. Look at all that resistance from May, June, July. Major resistance there at 60. And then we had the 200-day moving average sitting here as well, just above 58. So let's draw a line across the 200-day. All right, so there's the 200-day, and there's that resistance at 60. So I'm thinking that up in that area, I'm expecting some resistance, and then maybe this THO is going to fade this gap. Okay, now as you can see, later on in the day, during lunchtime, we kind of triple topped up here in front of that 60 resistance level and then rolled it all the way back in. So in hindsight, this would have been a really good short area and a really good opportunity to play this thing short, but that's not what I did. So let's get to my trade, and you can see here, guys, right off the bell, we had the gap up, and we shot right up to the 200-day moving average and had a very aggressive pullback. Very aggressive pullback, huge volume candle that took us all the way back down towards that initial morning and that initial opening low. So I read that as, wow, that was a real sign of weakness there, you know, that the selling pressure that stepped in front of that 200-day was that aggressive that pushed us all the way back down to lows. So I started thinking about maybe getting short THO for a potential like gap fade and get down towards $52. Okay. What I then did was wait for this little bounce. We had this little bounce area here. And what I noticed was the volume on the bounce was real light. The volume on this like 3-4 candle bounce was real light. So I thought to myself, okay, we had heavy volume on the sell-off. Now we're getting a low volume bounce. I'm going to get short on this bounce, and I'm going to look for, okay, THO to roll itself back over, get down towards lows, and fade the gap. And that's exactly what I did, guys. So I went ahead and I got short right there on THO. I'll take you guys to my trade announcements. Here you guys can see I'm short THO from 55.30. Okay, there's the short, 55.30. And then you can see we just kept on going. Okay, volume started picking up. You can then see big difference here, right? Now look, you see the volume actually started to increase, and then the stock started to push up towards highs. And once I saw the volume increasing, that's when I was like, okay, guys, I'm wrong. I got to bail. And I covered this position right up here. Back to my chart now. So you guys see I'm covered THO at 57. Okay, so I lost a little bit more than I was initially planning on it with the stop loss area. Got out at 57. So I started the day right off there with a loss. And this is a stock that I wasn't looking at pre-market at all, was not part of the game plan, and I let it distract me, and I tried to analyze it on the fly. I pulled the trigger, lost money. Meanwhile, my JNUG trade worked out perfectly. Okay, my JNUG trade worked out perfectly. The game plan on this JNUG was to watch for the $62.50 to $63 area to be an area of resistance and see if JNUG can fade down to the 200-day moving average, which it did perfectly today. Okay, this game plan was perfect pre-market. I wish I just stuck to this and that was it. Okay, so here's that level. Here's Friday's lows, that $62.50 to $63 level. We had the gap down in JNUG. We pushed up and started to test this area, and you can see right here, guys, a double top at that resistance level. So the resistance level that I'm expecting, double top, 1, 2, pullback. That's when I said, there's my double top, there's my entry. I went ahead and I got short JNUG right there. Back to my trade announcements here. You guys can see short JNUG at 61.83. Stop loss, $63 area, which would be a new high of the day. And there it is, 61.83 right there is the short entry off of this double top on that resistance level that we were looking at pre-market. And you can just see, guys, this JNUG just rolled it over. We just rolled this thing right over. Okay, my first take profit was right here in front of the low of the day. I'll take you back to my announcements, 60.29. I covered 25% of the position. Then we broke the low of the day and I covered the bulk of my position right there as we broke the low of the day. Here it is at 59.48. That's where 50% of the position came off the table just before 11 o'clock. And then bang, we got beautiful follow through, excellent continuation. And right there was my final take profit, the last 25% of my position at 56.67. That's a big move, guys. That's a big move. Okay, you're talking about a $5 move here on JNUG, and this thing was beautiful. Now, had this been the only trade I made today, would have been a big day. I had 2,000 shares. We rode this thing all the way down. Would have had my last. It would have been five. I would have covered 500 here. 100, well, that's what I did. 500, 1,000, 500. And if this was the only trade I made today, I'm coming out of here with, man, that JNUG short was a home run. Instead, I had to make back what I lost on THO. Still well into the green, but could have been a much better day. And that's another thing that we can talk about, guys, is if you go 1 for 2, so you lose one trade, you win one trade, and that one win is a real win. I'm not talking about like a small little single and the stock just really didn't make the move you thought it was gonna, but you still made a little bit of money. I mean, if you make a trade and the stock does what you think it was going to do and you really nailed it, you have one loss and one win like that, you should be green. Okay, and if you're not, then you're doing something wrong. You're either exiting that winning trade too quickly or you're holding on to that losing trade too long. You've got to figure out what it is, because if you made the exact same trades as I made today, I lost on THO and I made on JNUG, and you're just break even or you're still red, that means you're doing something wrong. Okay, you're either exiting the winning trade JNUG too soon or you're holding the losing trade THO too long. Okay, you should not, in this situation, you should be well into the green if you made these exact same 2 trades. Okay, so that's something to think about. Go back, through your trading and see if that's the case. Your average win should be bigger than your average loss. Okay, so something else to think about. So, guys, as long as we're in a slower environment, I'm really going to try to stay focused on my game plan and not get distracted with other stocks during the day until I see otherwise. But this is where the action has been. We've got really good volatility in gold, good volatility in oil. So I'm really going to stick to that. I don't really see too much direction in the SPY. We're just kind of consolidating. The SPY just keeps on shrugging off potential negative headlines. The impeachment stuff, they kind of shrugged that off. The Iran attack on Saudi Arabia, they kind of shrugged that off. The Hong Kong protests, we're kind of shrugging that off. I mean, there's just a lot of potential negatives, and the market just keeps on shrugging it off. So we'll see what happens, guys, going forward. So, again, tomorrow's TG Tuesday. Go to TrueTradingGroup.com, upper right-hand corner, click on the link that says TG Tuesday. Fill out the form, and you'll get a link that'll give you access to our chat room for free, guys. Like I said, you're going to see my screen all day long. You're going to hear me on the mic breaking down my analysis. You'll know exactly what I'm trading and why. And that's it. All right. So if you guys do come in chat tomorrow, make sure to send me a message. Say what's up. Let me know you're from the YouTube community. I'd love to hear from you guys. If you haven't done so already, like, comment, subscribe, flick that notification button with your mouse to make sure you guys get notified every time I post a new video with educational material, whether it's technical or mental. I try to put them up daily. All right. I'll see you guys in chat tomorrow. Take care.